But first, a final farewell to a fallen officer. Tonight is the wake for Sgt Maxwell Dorley.
Hundreds of people are lining up outside the Nardolillo Funeral Home in Cranston to pay their respects. Dorley died in the line of duty last week after crashing his cruiser into a utility pole. Eyewitness News reporter Steve Nielsen is there now live with the West Bay Mobile Newsroom.
There's absolutely hundreds of people here. I've seen them line up all across this building here today. Everyone was coming to say goodbye and pay tribute to a man who's been called the epitome of a Providence police officer. An emotional goodbye for many. Hundreds dressed in blue lined up and waiting to pay tribute to a fellow police officer.
Very, very solemn occasion. Very solemn.
Police Sgt Maxwell Dorley died in the line of duty last week. We're told the Providence officer crashed his cruiser while responding to a request for backup. Officers across New England spent time saying goodbye to the fallen sergeant at his wake.
It speaks to the situation, but it also speaks to the man.
Warwick Police Chief Colonel Stephen McCartney knew Dorley when he was a young officer in Providence.
And I remember him very well, and he was a great young man. And from everything I heard over the last 13 years, he continued that kind of legacy.
And that's a thought echoed by many others.
The one thing I can say about Max is he was a great police officer, but even more so, he was a great person.
Dorley was a husband and father of two, and clearly he was a friend to many. The wake will continue for just about another hour here, and the funeral will be tomorrow morning. We'll be covering that funeral service live, and also we'll have more on those arrangements tonight at 10 and 11. Reporting live with the West Bay Mobile Newsroom, I'm Steve Nielsen, Eyewitness News.
And as Steve mentioned, we will continue remembering Sgt Maxwell Dorley with live coverage of tomorrow's funeral mass. Our coverage will begin at 10 a.m. right here on WPRI 12 and our website, WPRI.com.